What keeps us truly happy and healthy as we journey through life? If we were to invest in our future best selves right now, where would we focus our time and energy? These are the questions that often cross our minds as we navigate the winding path of existence. Imagine for a moment the dreams that dance in the minds of the young. In a recent survey, it was found that a staggering 80% of millennials have their sights set on one major life goal: wealth. Half of them also aspire for fame, the glittering allure of recognition. The pursuit of success, it seems, is the rhythm that fuels our modern lives. We're encouraged to lean into work, to master our crafts, and rise to the pinnacle of our professions. But let's pause and reflect. Is wealth the golden ticket to happiness? Does fame guarantee a life brimming with joy? We often find ourselves caught in the relentless chase of these twin goals, as if they hold the secret to a fulfilling life. But do they? Or is there a different path, a different key, that opens the door to true happiness? The answers to these questions, surprisingly, may not lie in the glittery realm of wealth and fame. They may not be hidden in the countless hours we spend honing our skills, climbing the corporate ladder, or building our empires. Instead, they may lie in the quiet corners of our lives, in the warm smiles we share, in the comforting presence of those we hold dear, in the love we give and receive. As we step forward in our journey, let's remember this. Life is not a sprint, but a marathon. It is not a solitary journey, but a shared one. It is not about reaching the finish line first, but about the connections we make along the way. The keys to a fulfilling life may not lie in the external trophies we collect, but in the internal treasures we cultivate. We're often pushed to lean into work, to chase success relentlessly, as if these are the keys to a fulfilling life. But perhaps it's time we reconsider what truly matters. Enter the Harvard Study of Adult Development, a groundbreaking 75-year study tracking the lives of 724 individuals. This study, one of the longest and most comprehensive ever conducted, has been meticulously collecting data since the 1930s. From teenagers on the cusp of adulthood to seniors living the twilight of their lives, the researchers have captured life in its entirety. The study has been a monumental effort, spanning multiple generations of researchers. It began with two groups, one consisting of Harvard sophomores and the other of boys from one of Boston's poorest neighborhoods. Over the years, these groups expanded, and the study now includes their wives, children, and even grandchildren. But what makes this study so remarkable? It's the depth and breadth of the data collected. Researchers did not just rely on questionnaires. They delved deeper, analyzing medical records, extracting blood samples, scanning brains, and even interviewing family members. They left no stone unturned in their quest to understand what contributes to a good life. So what did they find? What profound insights did this exhaustive study reveal? The most significant revelation was surprisingly simple yet deeply profound. Good relationships are the foundation of a happy and healthy life. It's not wealth or fame, not high achievement or hard work, but the bonds we form with others that truly matter. The Harvard Study of Adult Development shows us that social connections are not just pleasant, they are essential for our well-being. Meaningful bonds with family, friends, and community keep us happier and physically healthier. They help us cope with stress, boost our immunity, and even increase our lifespan. In contrast, those who feel lonely and isolated tend to have poorer health, experience more mental health issues, and live shorter lives. The quality of our relationships matters too. High-conflict relationships can be more harmful than being alone, while warm, supportive connections protect us. In essence, the study tells us that the good life is built with good relationships. The people we surround ourselves with, the bonds we form, and the love we share form the bedrock of our happiness and health. Good relationships are the foundation of a happy and healthy life. Loneliness, on the other hand, is a silent killer. It's not just an emotional state, but a condition that has tangible effects on our happiness and physical health. Imagine a corrosive substance, slowly eating away at your well-being. That's what loneliness does. It chips away at our happiness, leaving us feeling hollow and incomplete. But it doesn't stop there. Research suggests that loneliness can also impact our physical health. leading to increased risks of heart disease, depression, and even a shorter lifespan. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? That our social connections, or lack thereof, can have such profound effects on our lives. And the most heartbreaking part? Loneliness can strike anyone, at any time. You could be in the middle of a crowd, surrounded by people, or even in a relationship, and still feel utterly alone. Sadly, many of us experience loneliness, even in the midst of crowds or within relationships. It's not about the number of friends or being in a committed relationship. The Harvard study of adult development emphasizes that it's the quality of our close relationships that truly counts. Quantity may seem appealing, but it's the depth, understanding, and mutual respect in relationships that hold the key to happiness and health. The study found that individuals with strong, loving relationships were happier, healthier, and lived longer lives. They experienced less mental deterioration as they aged, and were more likely to report a higher sense of satisfaction in their lives. On the other hand, those with poor quality relationships, filled with conflict and distrust, had a higher tendency to feel lonely and were more prone to health issues. They also reported a lower sense of satisfaction in their lives. Remember, it's not about how many relationships we have, it's about how good those relationships are. Living amidst conflict erodes our health, while warm, supportive connections protect us. So, how can we apply these lessons in our own lives? The findings from the Harvard study of adult development reveal a profound truth. We must prioritize human connections. But how do we nurture these relationships in our daily lives? Firstly, we must recognize that time is our most valuable asset. Instead of spending countless hours on our devices, scrolling through social media, we can choose to invest that time in our relationships. This could mean picking up the phone to check on a friend, arranging a family get-together, or simply spending quality time with our loved ones. Next, we must cultivate empathy and understanding. Relationships aren't just about good times and shared laughter. They also involve navigating disagreements and misunderstandings. It's important to approach these with an open mind, seeking to understand the other person's perspective and finding common ground. Furthermore, we should express our appreciation more often. A simple "thank you" or "I appreciate you" can go a long way in making someone feel valued and loved. It's a small gesture, but it can significantly strengthen our relationships. Moreover, we should be present in our interactions. In an age of constant distraction, giving someone our undivided attention is a precious gift. Whether it's a conversation over coffee or a walk in the park, being fully present shows that we genuinely value the other person. Lastly, remember that quality trumps quantity. It's not about having a large circle of acquaintances, but about nurturing deep, meaningful connections. These bonds provide us with a sense of belonging and purpose, contributing to our overall happiness and well-being. It's clear that our relationships are the bedrock of our happiness and health. By investing time and energy in them, we're investing in ourselves. As Mark Twain once said, "There is only time for loving." The good life is built on good relationships. Lean into what truly matters and create a life of happiness, health, and meaningful connections.